just relax, no problem with the door.
Hey everybody, what I wanted to talk about right now was that some people had been asking me, you know, what happened, a little more details with the job that I noted that it didn't pan out, and then also there's been some people asking me about what happened with oil and gas work and different things like that. So I thought I would clarify all that a little bit and go over it. So when I left out on my trip, I was pretty much already had a new job lined up, just in case for me that I basically didn't want to keep doing this full time and that it was just a road trip for me. I wanted to leave. I wanted to be a little bit responsible in that matter, you know, since, to be quite honest, I think most people would say that the way I went and did my trip was kind of irresponsible. I would just about had everything cleared up. I was starting to save some money from when I had the brain tumor and everything, and gone through the chemotherapy and whatnot. So I had just about gotten myself back rolling again, although it was a heck of a lot of work. I at one point had over $170,000 in medical collections and stuff, and I just was unhappy with everything, you know. Career wise, there were some issues. The business I was involved in, you know, I just was pretty unhappy, and I really had been dying to get out and travel, and I hadn't taken vacation in a long time, and just all kinds of sort of things like that. So I had set up a job that was supposed to start in February, a contract position doing oil and gas field work. Well, oil plummeted in December and in November while I was out on my trip, and by the time I got back here on December 16th in Houston, all these projects were starting to be canceled. And then in January I reached out to the company that I was going to go work for, and the contact I had, and he's like, the whole project was canceled. So being in the exploration side of oil, it's like the first one to really get hit. It tends to pay real lucrative when things are good, but when things go south, it's the first one to get cut loose. And so I didn't have that job. I started going around. In fact, I at a couple of parties that I went to, house parties, I had talked around people that worked in the oil and gas field, and everybody was telling me that things were just, you know, they were all looking at even laying off. You know, they were getting projects canceled and stuff. And so when that was the case, I felt like I had to go and find something in another line of work, and I've been trying to find a position in a laboratory setting that aligns more with my biochemistry degree. And I ran into, on Craigslist, I ran into this rooming house complex management position, and I thought, you know, if there's some downtime, I thought that would be pretty dang cool to be able to not pay rent, to have a steady income coming in, and to not have to commute anywhere, so I can use those extra hours. Well, I started the position, I did the training, I started to work in the house that I was going to manage, and it turned out to be more ghetto than the one that I trained in. I didn't see significant chances of hitting the bonus money, which was what made the money a little better. They set up bonuses on a weekly basis based on keeping the house full, not having any vacancies, and then also on not having any late pays. Well, it seemed very reasonable in the house that I trained in, because there was several opportunities where in that both the weeks I was there, the gal I was training with had gotten her bonus on both, you know. So I was figuring that, you know, there was a good chance that I could get the bonus, and then it wouldn't have been bad money. I could have saved a good $1,000 a month, maybe a little bit more, and Catalina would have a chance to pay off her credit cards, right? So what it turned out to be for me in that place was, it was full 60 hours or more. There was people forgetting their keys. It was my job to go let them in their rooms in the middle of the night sometimes, and that was really dissatisfying. I wasn't going to be making, I could tell I wasn't going to be making my bonus for quite some time, because I was going to have to end up with a number of vacancies to prevent lates, and I wasn't even making minimum wage. So I went to them, and I probably presented myself a little strong, but stronger than I deserved to after being there such a short while. And I basically said that I wasn't making minimum wage. I wanted to be at least making minimum wage, and that I wanted to figure out whatever the value, the real value, economic value of the apartment was. It's not a full-on apartment. It was more than a room, but not like a regular apartment. And I wanted to subtract that and from whatever it was to make minimum wage, and I didn't really think that was unreasonable. But they then came to me the next day and let me know it wasn't working out. So and then that also is eliminating the apartment as well. So been kind of in a scramble of, at the time, what we were going to do for living arrangements, and obviously that had added stress to the life too. But that's where I'm at. I'm doing day labor now to be able to bring in income, and I'm still interviewing. I had my last interview just 2 days ago on Friday, and it seemed to go pretty good, except for their hiring process is that they'll be doing interviews for the next 2 weeks. She gave me her card and seemed excited that I was able to do data analysis, and she knew that they had a big need for that, and told me if they hadn't already called me before the 2 weeks period was up, to give them a ring. So we'll see how that all pans out. And now you know the story on the work side of thing. There we are. Now you're updated on what's going on in my life as far as the work and whatnot. Catalina and I are looking into some other stuff that we may announce later if we decide to make that move. So thanks a lot, guys. I just want to thank all of you for following me, and those of you that are just like real fans, you know, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys liking my content and you know, just being friendly and behaving like a friend to me. It's been really nice. Again, I'm gonna link the Facebook page down below and the Twitter handle. Those are right now I'm putting old stuff that's from the part of the trip I didn't have any video for because of a corrupted hard drive, and my camera had gotten stolen during the early part of the trip. So there's some photos that are up there that of places that I was that I didn't have any videos, so you wouldn't have seen any of the video of them. So you probably want to go over there and check that out, and it would be awesome if you'd like the Facebook page and follow me on Twitter. I just want to keep your eyes open for the website that I'm going to launch soon, and keep tuning in, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Get out there, connect with people, live your big story, guys. Make sure you're doing something every day to reduce world suck. Peace.